All right, let's do this. Let me go live to my. You see my screen, right? You should be seeing my screen very well.
Mm-hmm. I'm seeing your screen.
Okay. So today I said I will do a little bit on, not actually a little bit, but we'll go into media query. You get now the reason for media query and all of those stuff is so you can be able to like, you know, whenever you are visiting your website, the one you visit on your desktop is always different from the one you visit your on your phone. You get
Mm-hmm.
so it's media query that actually does all of those things. Um, and now in media query, that's where you start setting screen sizes. You get start setting screen sizes and
Yeah.
all of those stuff. So let's do something. I'm gonna create a a file here or a H1 tag. Let's call it H1 tag. H1. Call it media query. All right. Now we're gonna use the style element. Let's start it up here. Now, when you come over to media query, no, have you heard about mobile first responsive design? I don't know if you've heard about it.
I don't understand.
Like mobile first responsive design and desktop first responsive design. Now, mobile first responsive
I've not
design,
heard of such before.
what it does is that you can be able to design your website starting from the mobile view first. So you start designing just the mobile view before designing any other any other method. You get my point now?
Mm, that is a fit. Not that.
Huh?
I don't understand what you mean by
Assume this was your phone now.
um,
Assume this was your phone. This is your phone. If you want to design, you need to design the phone layout first, then increase it, design for the tablet, then increase it and design for the desktop.
like media first. What do you call it? Sorry.
Mobile
Mobile
first
first.
responsive design and desktop first.
Mobile mobile first responsive design and
Yes,
desktop first responsive design. That from
exactly.
the grade of desktop to mobile and from mobile to desktop, big to small, small to big.
Yes.
Mobile first responsive. Responsive word again. I'm trying to write it
Design.
as a comment.
I think I wrote an article about it or content about it. I don't know where I got that. It should be on Twitter. Maybe one of these days. Maybe I should just. Maybe after the class, I'll check it. I'll check my Twitter and find that mobile first responsive design outline. But I knew I made a post about it first. Then before doing any other thing. So we can come here and say to use media query. To use media query, what I need to do is to use the syntax for media query, and that is by writing at media query at media screen. I think I need to shoot this mic. Then when you write at media screen,
Your own is very strange.
huh?
No, as soon as I typed as media, my own showed me that media.
Yeah, there is something else I want to type there, and you get, and you now have to give the width of, like, you can set it to be minimum width or maximum width. You get. So when it's on maximum width, you can say, okay, on this, let's use maximum width. Maximum width. I want this to be this color. Maximum width. Oh, my typing is horrible tonight. I say maximum width. Our screen, the screen side of a desktop is, let's use 1080, 1080p. X. Okay. So we can say add this, and let's give it a CSS styling. We can say inside it now. What I just did now, I just set out the screen, and inside it now, I can now start writing the CSS styles inside it. So I can say inside it, I can now say, let's make the body to have this kind of color. You can say background color should be yellow. Okay. So we can now use another. Oh my god, this breeze is, wow, a lot. So we'll create another one, another media query, and can say share screen, then and maximum width. And we can say something like for 80px. Say body green. Background. So what we'll do now. Now, if you see now, our desktop resolution is actually more than 1080. Let's inspect elements. If I should set this to 1080p, no, it will not turn to yellow. Let's watch what I did. Now, let me go above it. Once I go above it, it will turn to white.
It means that you didn't allocate the screen size As in, you had no design for that screen size
No,
you are at now, right?
no. I didn't have any desire. So what it will do is the maximum screen. If it reaches the maximum screen of 1080, you get, it should, at least any screen that is at the maximum of 1080 should have yellow background color down, like from 1080p, sorry,
Yeah.
from 1080px down will have yellow. Now if I should shorten it
Mm-hmm.
to 480,
Got it. It's not become green.
it will become green. You get,
That's now mobile,
yeah, this is the
mobile size.
that is the mobile size. So it depends on, I can give you different query too. Yeah, I can be adjusting the size. That is for desktop, adjust for desktop. So I can come here and say I want, let me look for a tablet. Which of these phones here is a tablet? S20, iPad. Let's say iPad Air. iPad Air is 820 bar. So I can come and set a resolution for
Yeah.
820. So I can say from my media query, I'm going to copy all of this.
So another media query again.
Yeah.
So you have to have another media query for it again.
Yes. If I want to have a styling specifically for this my guy over here, my iPad guy, I can say I want my screen to change this color once I have this. So what I've been typing tonight.
Where did we go to see that stuff now that you saw?
Okay. When you open your inspect element, you see dimensions all over here. Yeah. Over here you see dimensions, and that's where you are going to select
Dimensions.
the type of phone that you're using.
Okay, okay, I'm seeing the photo. As to, okay, okay, okay. This okay, okay, nice me.
Okay. So you select it. You can actually edit it to the one you want. So when you click on edit, then you can come here and look for other phones too. You get, you can actually add a custom device. You get.
Okay, just not like in DX, you can write the device name in the query.
No, you don't need to write the device name. What I'm talking about is to get the dimension of the phone you are targeting
Okay,
your
that
design for.
dimension.
Yeah, is that dimension you need. You don't actually need the device name. You get. So give me a sec. I want to share something here. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do after writing this, you can come back to your VS Code and say, okay, I've given it a maximum width and all that. So let's give it a color. Okay. And say in this color I want it to be this. Give it a background color of blue. So it changes this. You're seeing what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
So it will change.
Make I know yes. Yeah, you know, now my own as well. I really say.
So it all depends on you and what you want to do. So when you are using this method, you're not when you are using maximum width, you are kind of building from top to down. You get
So my one is from top
to down. That
to the
is
down one.
exactly from desktop to
You use minimum width.
for
If you
more.
use minimum, it's now down to top.
Yes.
That's the one that is now desktop to from desktop first responsive design.
Yes.
Put the comments.
So let's change this to minimum width and change this to minimum width. Why am I stressing myself? Why I can't do this once? But remember, I told you if you hold your alternate key, you can actually like type multiple places at once. Now this is mobile first. You understand what I just did now in mobile first? Now look at this code. For mobile first, we said a minimum width of
Just change the minimum. Okay.
you get so a minimum of this, a minimum of this. Okay, let's shrink it and start from the beginning here. A minimum of 1080px. You get so the width must have a minimum of 1080px for you to have this yellow color. But so you can adjust
Yeah.
this. So now when you start going down, it should be changing color.
Now the opposite. The color will now be. Yeah.
You get
Yeah. Yes.
so a minimum width of this, then you will build from it. Now the thing about this thing too is that let me change it back to maximum width. Alternate, alternate. The thing about this stuff is that you if you give like you have already seen that you can actually like style this thing differently. Now assuming now in desktop something can actually be set in flexbox, can be designed in flex, right? But you can come to mobile and
Yes.
design it to flexbox can set it to be to
The
be in
vertical.
to be
The
vertical. Yeah,
vertical.
you can use that kind of styling. But in any of this now, you can change that style that you gave it initially. You get so once it reaches this so and so, you should do this. Now we have something like this, but we have H1 in our code here. You can also do something like say once we reach so and so size, let this H1 that we wrote here disappear. You get so we have a maximum
Oh
width
wow,
of
it actually works like that.
yeah. So we can say the maximum width is this bar. Now, when we are shrinking it, let it disappear. when it's getting to a phone size. So I can say H1, it's H1. I can say display on. Get now. If you notice, there is no H1 here because the screen size is small. But when I enlarge it, it becomes visible. But
Mm-hmm.
remember, our minimum screen size is 480. So if I should open it up,
Yeah.
I see what I mean. It will disappear. So that is one of the tactics that they use to hide those nav bars that you find out that yeah, we have a long nav bar in desktop. Now when we are shrinking it down, they set that nav bar to be displayed none as none. You get, that's why you won't see all those nav bar again.
Let me see that your code again.
Uh
Display what? Is it only display? Let me see that your code again.
yeah, display none.
Display. Okay. I just targeted each one and said display
Yeah,
now.
yeah, exactly. Well, if it was a nav bar, so let me see if I
I
can
can
find
click
that.
the whole number.
Yeah, let me find out that for my nav bar that we did that time. This was a nav bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to run it live. No, this wasn't the nav bar. I'm going to find the other one. All right, this is the nav bar, right? Now in this nav bar, what we are going to do now is I can say let's let's do something to this nav bar. Let's do something to this nav bar. I can say if since this thing is a container, we have a container here. Now inside this container we have a container logo. We now have this. Say I use media query now. Media query at set the screen, then give it and let me plug my phone in.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
If you
rain was kind of
enter something,
falling.
if you can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
If you link an external style sheet and then you have an internal style sheet, which one will you first?
The one that came first. The one that came first. Remember,
Yes,
I
I have
told you
an
that.
external style.
Remember, I told you that if you look closely now, this one also has an external style sheet. Again. Now the line that came first, we run, and after it finished running, this one we run, then this one we run again. You get?
I mean, like, you don't get what I mean. Like, how do you know it from like two of them? This one is on his own, has the number one, two, three, blah, blah, blah. Then this one is on his own, he has one, one, two, three. So, then since you're trying to stand like yeah, like, I know it's not supposed to be so you having internal and external at the same time, but
Yeah, it's not supposed to be
when
so.
peradventure it happens, you know, which was supposed to progress, do the internal and external. Like this one has more direct impact on it.
The one that comes first will have an impact, but the one that comes after it will override it.
Okay. But what
Yeah.
I'm saying that in my own code now, I have my CSS as external style sheet, but I want to do this media screen now on this screen cities now. So let me see to work how you
Okay. So when I say the maximum width, it's a max width. Maximum width to let's use this. So maximum width should be uh let's give a maximum width to let's say 480. Yeah, 480 is enough. Now when we set our maximum width to 480, we can say let's make this container here to appear as block. Okay. Or let's use flex and make it column. So you can say dot container dot container. So let's use display flex. Now flex direction. Let's give it column. So let's check something. I inspect elements. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere right now. You have seen that this thing has been displayed as column, right? This one is stacked on top of it. So what we can do again is go over to that place and say let's make this thing written here as all this list to be aligned in column 2. So we can go back to our code. I can also add that to this dot container class here. So just find that list. So container list will now come here. Use a comma. Sheesh. Mistakenly pasted that. Use a comma. And check our code. Okay. So we are getting something like this. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
so it's all up to you when you be working with stuff like this, as you're working with different screens. As you're working with different screens, you need to know like the screen you're working with. Or let's say you need to consider laptop screens, you need to consider desktop screens. You need to no laptop screen and desktop screen are not the same. You get. So consider laptop screen, desktop screen, tablet screen, and mobile phone screen. You get. Because I've seen situations. There was this website I designed, and I visited the website on my phone. It was looking okay, though it was looking like how I designed it. Then I visited it on another phone that had a little bit bigger screen, and certain things were then changing. So I then figure out okay, it's just because that my screen of this phone, the screen of this phone, is not the same with the screen of that other phone. In as much as there are also mobile phones too, but they are not the same screen. So you can even say that you want this thing, you don't want this type of nav bar to be there. So we can use that same, you can say visibility to be none or display to be none. So visibility, you can say I want it to be hidden. If you open it up and show it, once your screen gets lower, it disappears. You get. So I don't know if there's any question on this because we are going to be working on some projects and we are going to also be designing
Go back
stuff.
to that your code. I want to just look at something, please. Just visibility. Okay.
Visibility
Just
hidden
visibility. What
or
if it's
display none.
this one that collapse and hidden? I think the same thing. Or collapse is only used when boundaries are involved.
Collapse and hidden.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm like, it's collapse. Collapse is only used when we are talking about boundaries.
Okay, give me a sec. Now,
Can be used in place of
is he under display?
under this visibility. Even that time we were doing that table, we did visibility collapse, and we had the clean video. Was it? Yeah, yeah, the
Okay, now
border collapse.
okay, that was border
Border
collapse.
vanish.
Though though there's actually like visibility collapse too in CSS. I don't know if you get.
Yeah.
There's actually the visibility collapse. Uh, well, what is mostly used is just normal visibility hidden. You get.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, fine by me. What of this guy? He would have known his class. So it's fine.
yeah, he called me
Appreciate
today.
it.
He called me today before the class started. So he talked about that he has one exam like that. I think one something related to scholarship or something international exam like so he won't really be able to make it and all that stuff. So he will just like try to watch some videos and
Which is of yours from that
mm,
rest of which is very.
yeah. So
Mhm.
So, is
Okay.
there any other thing?
No, no, not at all.
So I think the next thing we'll work on, because I can't really come and start explaining everything. So hopefully we will start building, designing something. Like it's like a live project. So we can kind of like doing some live coding sessions from Monday. You
Mm,
get do at least let's
okay.
build some projects. Then after building a few projects, then we can then be able to like uh go into JavaScript. You get JavaScript and React.
Uh,
So
that's very
I just didn't want to go too very in depth. But just know that media query is mostly used when you want to, if you want to like change the screen size. You get when you are changing screen, you need to redesign for that thing. You get, so always redesigning as the screen size is changing. So if you want to work on a website, in it when you finish the desktop, when you open your media query and start redesigning for the tablet and for the mobile phone. So that is just it.
okay. Um,
All right. So on Monday,
any other children?
we'll start live coding. We'll start live coding.
Um, yes.
Other
Learning how
you
to
yeah,
compare.
you will see new things too. So that kind of thing. All right now, this is the part I say good night. Let me go and
Thank you
prepare.
very much.
All right. Good night.
Good night.